Good evening, everyone. I'm Jessica Dean. Yuki Washington is off tonight. The president is responding to the bombshell guilty plea and conviction. Eyewitness News reporter Alexandria Hoff is live in our SAT Center with dramatic developments in courtrooms today. Alex?
Well, Jessica, Michael Cohen had worked as the attorney and served as a close confidant to President Trump for more than a decade. And today he reached a plea bargain with federal prosecutors.
In conjunction with guilty pleas relating to tax fraud and campaign finance violations, former Trump attorney Michael Cohen stated that in 2016, he and then candidate Trump worked to monetarily subdue allegations of affairs as brought forth by adult film actress Stormy Daniels and a once Playboy model prior to the election. Cohen said in a New York court that he paid off the two women in coordination and at the direction of a candidate for federal office for the principal purpose of influencing the election, which is a violation of campaign finance laws. Originally, the president denied knowledge of any such hush money.
Did you know about the $130,000 payment to Stormy Daniels?
No.
The president later disclosed that he reimbursed Cohen. Tuesday evening, Cohen also pleaded guilty to tax evasion and bank fraud.
These are very serious charges and reflect a pattern of lies and dishonesty over an extended period of time. They are significant in their own rights. They are particularly significant when done by a lawyer.
In April, President Trump criticized the FBI's raid on Cohen's home and office in New York.
Not a good practice.
But in July, the close relationship between the attorney and client was torched when Cohen released a secret recording of a discussion with the president over payments relating to Playboy model Karen McDougal.
Now, under this plea deal, Cohen now faces over 5 years in prison, but that could be reduced if he were to cooperate with other investigations. Tonight, he is free on bail. Now, as this was unfolding in New York, a jury in Alexandria, Virginia, simultaneously found the president's former campaign chairman, Paul Manafort, guilty on 8 counts of fraud. Manafort was found guilty on 5 counts of tax fraud, 2 counts of bank fraud, and 1 count of failing to disclose his foreign bank account. The jury was unable to come to a unanimous verdict in the remaining 10 counts. The judge declared a mistrial for those 10, but accepted the jury's decision on the 8. This marks special counsel Robert Mueller's first conviction in the ongoing investigation into alleged Russian meddling in the 2016 election. Now, following the verdict, President Trump pointed out that the guilty findings did not relate to Russia and called the investigation into Manafort a witch hunt.
I feel very sad about that. It doesn't involve me, but I still feel, it's a very sad thing that happens. This has nothing to do with Russian collusion. This started as Russian collusion. This has absolutely nothing to do. This is a witch hunt, and it's a disgrace.
Manafort faces a separate trial in September relating to his foreign lobbying work. Reporting live in the SAT Center, Alexandria Hoff, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
Alex, thank you.